On the brutal battlefield of Kursk, the technological and tactical disparity came to a head when Ukraine's advanced M1 Abrams tanks clashed with unprepared North Korean troops. Despite their increasingly limited numbers, these fighting machines proved their superiority, from leveling defensive positions to effectively countering Russian drone attacks. What gave Ukraine the upper hand? The technical superiority of the M1 Abrams main battle tank is evident in its advanced protection systems, firepower, and mobility, making it a dominant force on the modern battlefield. The latest M1A2 SEPV3 variant incorporates cutting-edge upgrades that decisively outperform North Korean armor in every critical aspect. The M1A2 SEPV3 is equipped with a sophisticated composite armor system, blending steel, ceramic, and other advanced materials to provide unparalleled protection against modern threats. With next-evolution armor and enhanced defenses against improvised explosive devices, the tank's hull and turret are fortified with specialized packages, offering impenetrable protection across the critical frontal 60-degree arc. In stark contrast, North Korean tanks, such as the Chonma-ho, rely on outdated armor system, and even the newer M2024 model, featuring reactive armor blocks and wire cage, protection fails to match the advanced composite materials and integrated defenses of the Abrams. Fire control and target acquisition further amplify the M1 Abrams battlefield dominance. Its advanced thermal imaging systems enable effective all-weather operations, while the independent thermal sight for the commander supports hunter-killer tactics. Laser rangefinder technology ensures precise targeting at ranges up to 4,000 meters. The Abrams also features the Inter-Vehicle Information System, IVIS, allowing seamless battlefield data exchange between vehicles. In contrast, North Korean tanks, including the M2024, are limited to basic laser rangefinding systems, falling significantly behind in targeting efficiency and situational awareness. Mobility and maneuverability are areas where the M1 Abrams truly shines, giving it a remarkable edge on the battlefield. Powered by the powerful 1,500 horsepower Honeywell AGT 1500 gas turbine engine, the Abrams effortlessly surges across the most challenging terrains, leaving its competitors in the dust. The sheer speed and agility it displays in cross-country operations are nothing short of impressive, almost as if the tank were a living creature, constantly adapting and overcoming obstacles in its path. Its auxiliary power unit, a masterstroke of design, allows for silent watch operation, making it nearly undetectable in combat scenarios. This feature gives the Abrams a stealthy presence on the battlefield, allowing it to wait patiently, silently observing the enemy, before striking with devastating precision. And with its advanced suspension system, the M1 Abrams glides over terrain with ease. Ditches, streams, rocky hills, nothing stands in its way. Watching it navigate these challenges is like witnessing pure mastery of engineering, where nothing is impossible for this titan of warfare. On the other hand, North Korean tanks, including the M2024, rely on less powerful Shalm 200 horsepower engines and face mobility limitations despite their lighter weight. The Abrams also benefits from superior maintenance features, including a vehicle health management system and line-replaceable modules, which enhance reliability and reduce downtime. Constrained by limited technological infrastructure, North Korean tanks struggle with maintenance and reliability challenges, further widening the performance gap. In summary, the M1 Abrams, particularly the M1A2 SEPV3 variant, demonstrate clear dominance over North Korean tanks through superior armor, advanced fire control systems, unmatched mobility, and robust maintenance capabilities. This technological disparity not only highlights the significant advantages of cutting-edge design, but also emphasizes the challenges faced by nations with limited industrial and technological capacity, such as North Korea. North Korea's tank arsenal, largely composed of domestically produced variants and modified Soviet-era designs, exemplifies these challenges. The Pokpung-ho, their most advanced main battle tank developed in the 1990s, is a testament to the country's effort to modernize. However, even this flagship model struggles to match the capabilities of modern tanks like the Abrams, further underscoring the critical role that technological innovation plays in shaping the outcomes of modern armored warfare. The Pokpung-ho represents an attempt to bridge the technological gap by incorporating features from older T-62, T-72, and Chonmaho MBTs. Equipped with a 125mm smoothbore gun in its later iterations and 4 smoke grenade launchers on each side of the turret, the Pokpung-ho also features a computerized fire control system with a meteorological mast for improved targeting. Despite these efforts, the tank's night sighting capabilities remain equivalent to those of the outdated T-62, highlighting its technological shortcomings. Key improvements, such as advanced turret armor with wedge-shaped modules and explosive reactive armor (ERA) protection, mark some progress. But these upgrades fail to close the gap with modern Western tanks. The limitations of North Korea's tanks are particularly evident in the Chonmaho and Pokpung-ho models. The Chonmaho, armed with a 115mm gun, cannot penetrate the frontal armor of contemporary adversary tanks and is vulnerable to attacks from virtually any angle. While the Pokpung-ho incorporates sloped glacis plates with applique armor for enhanced protection, its defensive capabilities remain far inferior to those of South Korean and Western tanks. Essentially, the Pokpung-ho represents an effort to replicate the performance of a T-72 using T-62-era technology, a compromise that highlights North Korea's constrained industrial capacity. Economic difficulties further exacerbate these challenges. North Korea's limited resources are increasingly funneled into its nuclear program, leaving little for the modernization or production of conventional forces. This shift has severely impacted tank production at facilities like the Ryukyong-su tank factory, which now focuses primarily on missile transporter erector launchers, TILs. As a result, the number of Pokpung-ho tanks remains below 250, and production of new models is sporadic at best. Maintenance and reliability are not just significant concerns for North Korea, they are crippling challenges. The stagnant development of North Korea's armored vehicle technology has trapped its military in a vicious cycle of outdated equipment, leaving it desperately short of spare parts and repair facilities. The country's isolation and limited access to advanced components have only deepened these struggles, making every maintenance effort feel like a futile attempt to patch up a sinking ship. Field maintenance, especially for their newer models, is a constant battle, compounded by the lack of industrial infrastructure to sustain even the most basic operations. Overall, while North Korea's tank fleet may showcase a desperate attempt at modernization, it pales in comparison to the technological might of its regional adversaries. The stark contrast between outdated designs, crippling economic constraints, and an overemphasis on nuclear development paints a grim picture. Their armored forces, although vast, are woefully ill-prepared to face the complex challenges of modern warfare. This tragic disparity becomes all the more glaring when viewed against the backdrop of recent conflicts, where evolving combat dynamics continue to leave North Korea's forces struggling to keep up. Recent combat experiences have significantly reshaped the understanding of modern tank warfare, particularly with the advent of a transparent battlefield. Persistent surveillance and drone technology have revolutionized the dynamics of combat, making it increasingly difficult to hide force movements and strategies. This transformation highlights the challenges that North Korea faces, as its outdated tank fleet lacks the technological sophistication required to adapt to these new realities. While adversaries with more advanced systems can leverage this battlefield transparency to their advantage, North Korea's armor remains constrained by its limited technological and industrial capabilities. Thus, as the landscape of modern warfare continues to evolve, the inadequacies of North Korea's armored forces become even more apparent, making them ill-suited for success against more advanced, agile, and technologically capable adversaries. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine provides both alarming and eye-opening insights into these changes. Battlefield transparency, enabled by unmanned aerial systems and advanced sensors, has made it increasingly difficult to conceal force movements, casting a shadow of vulnerability over both defensive and offensive operations. This new reality brings a sense of unease and urgency, as traditional tactics no longer suffice. The need for new, innovative approaches to tank warfare is now more critical than ever, leaving military planners with a daunting task as they navigate an evolving battlefield where the stakes have never been higher. Despite these challenges, tanks have proven indispensable in breakthrough operations, particularly in urban combat scenarios, where their firepower and resilience are critical. The conflict also underscores the growing importance of integrating electronic warfare to enhance survivability and counteract modern threats. The M1 Abrams, particularly the M1A2 SEPV3 variant, exemplifies these lessons through its exceptional performance in urban warfare. Research into historical battles, such as Hue City in 1968, highlights tanks' decisive role in city combat, even with limited air support. The M1 Abrams extends its effectiveness beyond traditional anti-armor roles, enabling crews to engage diverse targets in urban environments, including fortified concrete walls, bunkers, and infantry positions. This versatility is particularly advantageous against North Korean defensive positions in dense urban terrain. A key aspect of the M1A2 SEPV3's effectiveness lies in its advanced survivability systems, including the Trophy Active Protection System, APS. This system enhances the tank's ability to intercept incoming threats while complementing its robust base armor. By incorporating advanced threat detection, rapid countermeasure deployment, and seamless integration with existing armor systems, the Trophy APS addresses vulnerabilities that North Korean anti-tank weapons might exploit. Additionally, the next evolution, armor and enhanced underbody protection, further bolster the tank's resilience against a wide range of threats, ensuring its survivability in high-intensity combat scenarios. Modern combat experiences also highlight the importance of combined arms operations. The high-speed, mechanized nature of contemporary warfare demands seamless integration of air support, infantry, and armored units to adapt quickly to dynamic battlefield conditions. Against North Korean forces, this approach is crucial for achieving operational success, leveraging the strengths of each component to counteract the challenges of modern tank warfare effectively. In summary, the lessons from recent conflicts emphasize the enduring relevance of tanks in modern warfare while underscoring the need for technological innovation and tactical adaptation. The M1 Abrams, with its advanced systems and proven versatility, remains a cornerstone of effective armored operations in the evolving landscape of modern combat. However, the effectiveness of these tanks is not solely determined by their technological superiority. It is also heavily influenced by the quality of training and preparation of the crews operating them. Training disparities between US and North Korean tank crews highlight fundamental differences in combat readiness and operational effectiveness, primarily stemming from contrasting training philosophies and available resources. While US tank crews undergo rigorous and standardized training that ensures high levels of skill, cohesion, and adaptability in combat, North Korean tank crews face significant challenges due to limited training and a focus on ideological preparation. These disparities directly impact the combat performance of each nation's armored forces, illustrating how the combination of advanced technology and skilled operators, as seen with the M1 Abrams, is crucial for success in modern tank warfare. U.S. Army tank crews undergo an exceptionally rigorous and standardized training program that emphasizes practical combat skills and battlefield adaptability. To maintain peak performance, crews must complete 6 comprehensive gunnery tables annually, which include advanced target engagement scenarios at distances ranging from 1,800 to 2,400 meters. This qualification process ensures that U.S. tank operators are highly skilled, as they must engage multiple targets within strict time constraints, typically under 75 seconds. In addition to live fire exercises, the U.S. Army utilizes sophisticated simulation systems to replicate real-world combat conditions, enhancing the crew's tactical decision-making. U.S. tank commanders also benefit from considerable first-person combat experience, allowing them to avoid common tactical mistakes made by less experienced forces. This extensive training and operational exposure cultivates superior situational awareness, a critical skill in combat that gives American tank crews a decisive edge on the battlefield. In stark contrast, North Korean tank training focuses heavily on ideological preparation rather than practical combat skills. Under Kim Jong-un's leadership, there has been a strong emphasis on fostering overwhelming ideological and mental power among tank crews, with political indoctrination and loyalty being central to the training program. While basic operational skills are taught, there is a marked lack of practical combat exercises, and most crews receive only a few months of basic instruction before being deployed. This limited training process leaves North Korean tank crews underprepared for the complexities of armored combat. with their training being insufficient to develop the necessary expertise for high-intensity battlefield operations. Historically, this gap in training has led to poorly prepared tank units, as evidenced by the hurried training of personnel without substantial hands-on experience. The disparities in training translate directly into combat effectiveness. Statistics from past conflicts demonstrate significant differences between US and North Korean crew performance. For instance, when engaged by enemy fire, North Korean T-34-85 crews suffered an 82% casualty rate, while US tank crews experienced only an 18% casualty rate under similar conditions. This stark contrast highlights the superior training, protection systems, and overall readiness of US forces, all of which contribute to their significantly higher survival rate in combat. Crew stability also plays a crucial role in combat performance. In the US Army, tank crews typically train together for 1 to 2 months, fostering cohesion and coordination. Tank commanders and gunners frequently work as a team for extended periods, which allows them to develop a deep understanding of each other's roles and responsibilities. This continuity and familiarity are critical for effective decision-making in combat. In contrast, North Korean crews often lack such stability, as their tank personnel frequently rotate and face limited opportunities for prolonged training with their teams. Additionally, the technological gap between US and North Korean tanks exacerbates the impact of training disparities. US tanks are equipped with advanced systems that provide better visibility and situational awareness, allowing crews to identify and engage targets before their adversaries. Conversely, North Korean tanks suffer from poor visibility and outdated systems, which hinder their ability to detect and respond to threats swiftly. These limitations, coupled with a lack of training resources and adequate facilities, further widen the performance gap between the two forces. In summary, the differences in training standards and resources between US and North Korean tank crews are stark and directly affect their combat readiness and battlefield effectiveness. The extensive training and advanced technology of the US Army provide its tank crews with a significant advantage, while North Korea's limited and ideologically focused training program leaves its armored forces ill-equipped to compete on the modern battlefield. This disparity in training directly correlates with the technological gap that exists between American and North Korean tank systems. There is a substantial technological divide, particularly in the areas of electronic warfare capabilities and sensor integration. The M1A2 SEPV3 Abrams, a state-of-the-art tank, incorporates advanced electronics that far surpass the capabilities of its North Korean counterparts across several domains. The combination of superior training and cutting-edge technology enables US tank crews to leverage their tanks' full potential on the battlefield, while North Korean crews struggle with outdated systems that significantly limit their operational effectiveness. Thus, both the training and technological deficiencies contribute to the growing gulf in combat capabilities between the two forces. One of the key areas where the M1A2 SEPV3 excels is in its sensor and electronic systems. The Abrams features high-resolution displays for both the gunner and commander, allowing for superior situational awareness on the battlefield. In contrast, North Korean tanks, including the latest Cheonma-2 model, struggle with basic electronic integration. Their systems rely on simple laser warning receivers and meteorological sensors, offering far less advanced functionality. The M1A2 SEPV3 also boasts an integrated auxiliary power unit (APU) that enables enhanced mobile power generation, ensuring the tank remains operational during extended missions. Additionally, its advanced ammunition data links allow for precision targeting, while its electronic warfare capabilities include counter-remote-controlled IED systems to mitigate threats. In comparison, North Korean tanks lack such sophisticated electronic warfare features, with many of their systems appearing as rudimentary, often designed to mimic advanced technologies without delivering the same level of effectiveness. Night fighting capabilities further highlight the disparity between the two tank fleets. The M1A2 SEPV3 is equipped with advanced forward-looking infrared FLIR sensors, which maintain their effectiveness even under adverse weather conditions such as rain, dust, and fog. These sensors allow the Abrams to identify light and heat signatures with exceptional clarity, giving it a significant edge in low-light conditions. North Korean tanks, on the other hand, demonstrate limited night fighting capabilities, while the Chonma-2, their most advanced model, represents an attempt to integrate night vision cameras. It still operates at a considerable disadvantage unless equipped with thermal imaging technology, which remains scarce in their fleet. Communication systems represent another critical area where the M1A2 SEP V3 outshines its North Korean counterparts. The Abrams is equipped with a sophisticated onboard Ethernet switch and networked sensor systems that enable effective battlefield management. Its advanced networking capabilities are paired with high-density computer memory, ensuring seamless communication across the battlefield. North Korean tanks, by contrast, rely on basic communication systems that fall far behind even Russian and Chinese models. Their tanks lack the advanced data exchange capabilities and battlefield management systems seen in Western designs. The M1 A2 SEP V3's digital battlefield management system allows for real-time target discrimination between friendly and enemy forces, displaying the live locations of nearby friendly vehicles. This capability is notably absent in North Korean tanks, further highlighting the technological divide. The M1A2 SEP V3's open operating system architecture allows for future upgrades and additions, ensuring that it remains adaptable and capable of integrating the latest technological advancements. In contrast, the North Korean tank fleet remains constrained by its limited technological infrastructure, which hampers its ability to evolve and adapt to modern battlefield requirements. The technological gap between the M1A2 SEP V3 Abrams and North Korean tanks is vast, particularly in areas like electronic warfare, night fighting, and communication systems. The Abrams' advanced sensor integration and digital battlefield management systems provide it with a decisive edge, while North Korean tanks continue to operate with outdated, basic systems that severely limit their effectiveness in modern combat scenarios. This technological superiority not only enhances the Abrams' operational capabilities but also plays a crucial role in its battlefield survivability. Protection capabilities, which are increasingly vital in modern tank warfare, further distinguish the M1 Abrams from its North Korean counterparts. The ability to survive and continue fighting is one of the most critical attributes on today's battlefield, and in this regard, the Abrams outperforms North Korean tanks by a significant margin. From advanced composite armor and sophisticated active protection systems to superior crew survival features, the M1 Abrams is designed to ensure that both the tank and its crew can endure and overcome the threats posed by modern warfare. The stark contrast in protection features, including the sophisticated systems aboard the Abrams and the more rudimentary defenses of North Korean tanks, underscores the gap in survivability and operational effectiveness between these two forces. The M1 Abrams sets itself apart with its advanced composite armor, which includes Chobham armor made from a combination of steel, ceramic, and other materials. This provides exceptional protection against modern threats. In contrast, North Korean tanks like the Cheonma-2 employ more basic composite armor on the hull front and turret sides, with fixed panels that cannot be replaced or repaired after taking damage, significantly limiting their ability to withstand prolonged engagements. The M1A2 SEP variants go even further, incorporating depleted uranium rods and boron carbide ceramics for superior hardness and impact absorption. North Korean tanks, in an attempt to bolster their armor, rely on explosive reactive armor (ERA) blocks, though these offer less comprehensive protection compared to the advanced composite and layered materials used in the Abrams. Active protection systems are another area where the M1 Abrams excels. The Trophy Active Protection System on the M1A2 SEP-V3 provides a significant advantage, adding approximately 7,200 pounds to the platform. This system is designed to intercept and destroy incoming threats, such as anti-tank missiles, using kinetic projectiles or early detonation to neutralize the threat before it reaches the tank. While North Korea's newer tanks incorporate laser warning receivers, radar missile tracking systems, and countermeasure launchers, these systems have yet to be proven in actual combat, and their effectiveness remains untested. The Trophy system, on the other hand, has been consistently tested in combat scenarios and has proven to be highly effective in detecting and intercepting a variety of incoming threats. The focus on crew survival is another significant differentiator between the Abrams and North Korean tanks. The M1 Abrams incorporates numerous safety features, including an automatic halon fire extinguishing system that activates within 2 milliseconds of detecting flames, and a well-designed ammunition compartment that is separated from the crew. The top panels of the tank are designed to blow outward in the event of penetration by heat, high-explosive anti-tank projectiles, further protecting the crew. These innovations have shown their effectiveness in combat, as evidenced during the Gulf War, when 18 Abrams tanks were disabled, but not a single crew member was lost. The robust protection and advanced safety systems contributed significantly to the tank's impressive survival rate. In contrast, North Korean tanks, such as the Chonma-ho, have limited crew protection. The Chonma-ho's turret offers only 214 millimeters of frontal armor protection, which is insufficient against modern anti-tank weapons, leaving the crew vulnerable to serious damage. This limited crew protection underscores the difference in survivability between North Korean tanks and more advanced platforms like the Abrams. Recent combat experiences in Ukraine further emphasize the importance of these protective features. Ukrainian forces have enhanced their Abrams tanks with additional explosive, reactive armor and protective netting around vulnerable areas like the turret, demonstrating the adaptability of the Abrams to emerging battlefield threats. These modifications, combined with the tank's inherent protection capabilities, ensure that the Abrams remains one of the most survivable tanks on the modern battlefield. The M1 Abrams is far superior to North Korean tanks in terms of protection, thanks to its advanced armor systems, active protection capabilities, and emphasis on crew survival. These features provide the Abrams with a decisive advantage in modern tank warfare, enabling them to operate effectively in various combat environments. In contrast, North Korean tanks continue to lag in these crucial areas, highlighting the stark technological gap between the two forces. This disparity in military capability has significant strategic implications. Military superiority in conventional forces, such as that demonstrated by the M1 Abrams, shapes strategic calculations across East Asia, where the technological divide between US and North Korean tanks plays a pivotal role in regional security dynamics. The capability gap influences critical aspects of defense strategy, including deterrence, the regional power balance, and potential future conflict scenarios. In this context, the presence of advanced armored forces like the M1 Abrams reinforces conventional deterrence and strengthens the US position in the region, while North Korea's reliance on outdated and less capable armor highlights the vulnerabilities in its conventional forces. The substantial capability gap between US and North Korean armor is not merely a matter of technological superiority. It carries significant strategic weight. The advanced M1 Abrams serve as a powerful conventional deterrent against North Korean aggression. Historical patterns of great power conflicts demonstrate that wars between nuclear powers are rare, with the threat of escalation often curbing direct military confrontation. The presence of US forces equipped with cutting-edge armor like the M1 Abrams strengthens the deterrent effect, positioning the United States to project power effectively and maintain stability in the region. While North Korea has focused increasingly on nuclear deterrence, such as its 2022 Nuclear Policy Declaration, which allows for the first use of nuclear weapons in conflict, the balance of conventional military power remains crucial in regional security considerations. The military power balance in the Indo-Pacific region is characterized by a complex interplay between conventional forces and nuclear capabilities. Since World War II, the United States has maintained dominance in maritime and air power across Asia. In contrast, North Korea has pursued a dual-track strategy, combining the development of nuclear weapons for strategic leverage with the maintenance of large conventional forces aimed at asserting regional influence. Additionally, North Korea's expanding military cooperation with China and Russia has further complicated the security landscape. Their defense ministers pledged to undertake coordinated operations with China's People's Liberation Army indicates a deepening partnership that may include technology transfers and modernization of North Korean conventional forces. Looking ahead, potential conflict scenarios in the region raise complex strategic questions. While historical predictions about conflict duration, participant, and outcomes have often proven inaccurate, military planners must consider the possibility of simultaneous conflicts. A prolonged conflict with either China or North Korea could escalate to involve both nations, posing severe challenges for US forces. In such a scenario, key factors like nuclear escalation, alliance management, and command and control in multi-front operations would become pivotal. To address these uncertainties, the Pentagon has bolstered its force posture across multiple command areas, ensuring a rapid response to emerging threats and maintaining credible deterrence. As the strategic environment evolves, North Korea's enhanced cooperation with Russia could have far-reaching consequences for regional power dynamics. Beyond political alignment, this partnership could provide North Korea with access to advanced military technology and economic support, further shifting the balance of power. The evolving dynamics between North Korea, China, and Russia will likely continue to challenge U.S. efforts to maintain stability in the Indo-Pacific region, requiring ongoing adaptation of military strategies and force readiness to address the emerging threats posed by this evolving alliance. Logistical support systems are a defining factor in the operational effectiveness of armored forces, and the differences in maintenance capabilities between U.S. and North Korean tank units reveal broader disparities in military readiness. These logistical challenges play a critical role in shaping the overall operational capacity of each force. The M1 Abrams tank, for instance, requires sophisticated maintenance protocols to ensure optimal combat readiness. In addition to routine inspections, its AGT-500 engine demands extensive care, needing up to 1,400 operational hours before requiring overhaul to maintain peak performance. The U.S. Army follows a comprehensive maintenance schedule that includes daily checks, weekly component inspections, and monthly system overhauls. The U.S. Army's maintenance system emphasizes preventive care, using specialized diagnostic equipment for monitoring and regular procedures for lubrication and component replacement. As a result, M1 Abrams tanks consistently meet the Army's goal of achieving 90% mission readiness in operational deployments. The tank's sophisticated design necessitates highly trained personnel with expertise in engine operation, hydraulic systems, and mechanical maintenance. In contrast, North Korean forces face severe logistical challenges that hinder their maintenance capabilities. Economic difficulties, compounded by sanctions, restrict access to essential materials, and their supply chain infrastructure is ill-equipped to support the complex needs of modern armored vehicles. These limitations are most evident in fuel availability. North Korean analysts predict that in a conflict, air operations would cease within 24 hours, naval operations would halt within 5 days, and up to 2/3 of military equipment would be rendered inoperable as fuel reserves deplete. Additionally, the variety of tank models within North Korean armored units strains their already limited supply system, and the lack of trained personnel for ordnance and mechanical support further exacerbates these problems. Field repair capabilities also highlight the stark contrast between the two forces. The M1 Abrams modular design allows for the quick replacement of many components, with only a few maintenance tasks requiring more than 24 hours to complete. Specialized tools such as hydraulic presses, diagnostic equipment, and torque wrenches are available to ensure quick, effective repairs in the field. On the other hand, North Korean tanks suffer from limited repair capabilities due to a lack of spare parts and outdated equipment. Historical data shows that over 60% of North Korean tank casualties in past conflicts resulted from mechanical breakdowns rather than enemy action. The lack of trained tank mechanics and modern diagnostic tools means that even basic maintenance tasks are complicated and time-consuming, leading to a heavy workload for those who are available. In conclusion, the disparities in logistical support, maintenance requirements, and field repair capabilities between U.S. and North Korean tank units are profound. The U.S. Army's well-supported logistical infrastructure and advanced maintenance systems provide a significant operational advantage, ensuring that its armored forces remain mission-ready and effective in the field. In contrast, North Korea's logistical limitations and lack of modernization create significant obstacles that severely impact the performance and readiness of its armored forces. The overwhelming support for providing advanced armor capabilities to allied forces demonstrates the international community's commitment to regional security. Those who support Ukraine's fight for sovereignty often express their solidarity through various means. If you support Ukraine to win this war, please comment number 1 in the comment section below to let us know. The evidence establishes the M1 Abrams as a superior fighting platform, maintaining battlefield dominance through advanced technology, superior crew protection, and robust logistics support. These advantages, combined with excellent crew training and maintenance capabilities, ensure continued operational effectiveness against potential adversaries.